I hope you are too.
I am. Thank you.
In fact, you were scandalized when you heard the story of the MPP taking over Wontumi's case, that their whole legal team is not dedicated to his cases, including the appeal and whatever happened in the Enzim Bank, among others. Why? Why were you surprised that they had made that move?
No, I wasn't surprised. But you used the right word, scandalized.
Oh, okay,
So should the whole
scandalized.
of Ghana. So should the whole of Ghana be scandalized. Because now the MPP has exposed itself as a criminal enterprise and not a political party.
Criminal enterprise.
Yes,
How?
it is an organization that encourages its members individually to engage in criminal enterprises and then turn the whole thing or politicize the whole issue when these criminals are being prosecuted. Wontumi in particular is the best case scenario. Over the years, several courts have declared Wontumi an illegal miner. In several cases, he himself sued the National Security Organization, and it was found that he was engaged in illegal mining. Then, this timber firm, I've forgotten the name, Samra Boy,
Yeah, Samates.
Samatic, also sued Wontumi for trespassing. When it went to court, the court declared Wontumi an illegal miner. Because there were civil cases, there was no penal decision. Akufo-Addo knew that Wontumi and Akonta Mining were doing illegal mining in reserve forests. And yet he had the sheer audacity to stand in front of the nation and say that at this time I'm speaking, Akonta Mining is not engaged in any illegal mining. That was the Tanonimwe case. And then the case for which he has been jailed 20 years. So if the MPP now decides to take on the defense of Akonta Mining as a strategic approach, after labeling him a political prisoner, then it means that the MPP has all the time been encouraging its members to engage in criminal enterprises. And there are so many cases that one can use as example. Dissipation of public funds, digging a hole for $98 million and so on and so forth. Their own finance minister today, after 7 months of screwing up our country, has sought refuge in the U.S., getting a permanent stay. If he is not guilty, why doesn't he come back to his country and face responsibility? Accountability is part of our Constitution. Probity and accountability in the preamble to the Constitution. Rawlings brought the concept of probity and accountability. We were members of the Consultative Assembly that insisted and got it into our Constitution that no longer can a political elected person come and screw us and go scot-free. You should be accountable. They don't want to be accountable. Wontumi was not accountable during Akufo-Addo's time. And now the party is refusing for him to be accountable for his criminal activities. Akufo-Addo had a fiduciary duty to protect the ecological integrity of our forests. What did he do? He encouraged the wanton dissipation and pollution of our waters. How can then one say that the NPP means something better for Ghana. They have never meant anything good for Ghana. They will never be able to mean anything good for Ghana. It's a criminal organization. That's what it is, period.
But is that not too harsh a
It's not harsh
conclusion to
at
arrive
all.
at?
It's not harsh at all. They stand accused and condemned by their own actions. It's not just rhetoric. It's just not politicization of the issue. It is true and true a criminal organization.
Doc, but wherein lies, well, solidarity in the case of the former finance minister? A man is not guilty until he's proven to be so, believing in the innocence of the person who is, because Wontumi is a regional chairman of the party. He insists that he's, okay,
The
there was a
principle of
travesty of justice.
accountability is not a court judgment. The principle of accountability is to fulfilling your constitutional duty of presenting yourself and accounting to the people whom you represented. So this issue of not guilty until proven guilty doesn't come in. We are not going to court.
Okay.
He should come and answer questions. And if you are before the court, your principle of not guilty until proven guilty will be found out. Just as Wontumi's 20-year term is a very due comeuppance for him. He deserves it. He deserves it. Senna, a few weeks ago, when we talked about Wontumi on the basis of his former lawyer, what's his name?
Andy Apiakubi.
And the Apiakubi's decision to withdraw from the case. I told you that this was a delaying tactic, didn't I?
Yes, you did.
That the new lawyer will then demand time to study the brief and the proceedings, and Atachia went fishing for red herrings. He found one in so-called constitutionality of the law under which Wontumi was prosecuted. That he has a case in the Supreme Court for interpretation and so on and so forth. When an act is clear, it doesn't require any interpretation. Anything that is as clear in terms of the ordinary usage of a language does not require Supreme Court interpretation. You do that, you are abusing the judicial process. And that's what they want to do. And self-styling or labeling Wontumi as a political prisoner. How can he be a political prisoner? He was adjudged guilty by a court of competent jurisdiction on the basis of fundamental laws of law and rules of law. Equity, the very foundation of most of our positive laws, declares that when you are given a responsibility, you also shoulder a burden of accountability.
I see. Doc, thank you. Thank you very much for speaking to us this morning.
My pleasure.
So that's Dr. Tony Aidoo. His conclusion. Yeah. Nancy, you're on the floor.
But he just completed a thing for me, because I was on the point where I was saying Akufo-Addo was their biggest problem. And I mean, Doc just told you why he was. So if they have to blame anybody in this case, they should stop looking from without.
Yeah. They should look within.
Yeah. They should look within, because he was. If at the time, the Minister of Lands, was it still Lands and Natural Resources?
Yes.
Said that Akufo-Addo was doing something illegal in the forest. If the president had taken action. If the president had not come
To allow the minister and the attorney general to move.
and even, yes, Forestry Commission, all those people, they had allowed them to do their job and not come and say that they are putting LI something that will allow him to do what he was doing. Wontumi wouldn't have found himself in the situation in which he is now. So you get it. So the whole party, because it was the president who was the leader at the time, the whole party came together and said that let's back him to continue the illegality in the forest. And they did. So why are Ghanaians being blamed? Why is John Mama being blamed now? Then you come back and tell us that you see him as a political prisoner.
Yes.
And that if you come to power,
You jail everybody.
you would free him and arrest NDC people. So if NDC people don't commit any illegality, you would free Wontumi and start arresting them. How do these people think? What kind of party is this? That because somebody has committed an illegality and has found himself at the wrong side of the law, or is it the right side of the law?
The wrong side.
It's the right side. It should be the right side. We should stop saying wrong side and say right side of the law. You are now coming to tell us that you see him as a political prisoner. What do they even understand who a political prisoner is? What makes somebody a political prisoner?
Yeah, he's chairman of the NDC, MPP in Ashanti region. He's a politician. So if he's in prison, he's a political prisoner. Do you understand? Simple.
So if you come to power, you will free him and arrest NDC people.
Yes.
How stupid can we be? How stupid can you be? Because that comment is pure stupidity. Nothing short of it. Because if no person in the NDC commits a crime, nobody does illegal mining, you are found out. How are you concluding that you will free Wontumi and arrest NDC people? I don't get it. If you do, explain to me. Because in my rights, my senses are not telling me that Wontumi is a political prisoner. He's not. Because like we have said, we have taken you through the sequence of events. Wontumi, had a concession. And what were they doing there? Not illegal mining. Or we want to give a different description to what illegal mining is. If you enter a forest, if you enter a forest that you're not supposed to enter in the first place, you enter the forest and you start mining. Even if your company is licensed, you are not allowed to enter, and you have entered. You are committing an illegality. Which one don't we get? Which one don't we get? Because it's Wontumi. What are you people talking about? Then I hear somebody say that because your mama has said that he's aware that his own people are involved in Galamsey and he has not arrested them. Why is he arresting Wontumi? And I said, you are very stupid. And that is supposed to be a journalist that you all look up to.
But you're saying that then you're being selective in the choices
It is
you
not
make.
being selective. And when the president made the comments, you don't take, statements out of context.
Okay. So what did the president say that they are taking out of context?
The statement out of context. And I would say that I know that you people are all engaged in, but he's not said that he knows that what we call Lavoie is engaged in. Do you get it? So you don't come and say that because he has not arrested, who is he going to arrest? Because he has not arrested anybody from the NDC, he cannot arrest Wontumi. Even if it is clear that Wontumi is into Galamsey. Does it make sense? Does it make sense? And so because of that, we should release Wontumi.
Yes. Free Wontumi.
Because of that, we should release Wontumi and say that, oh, we are forgiving you. Don't do it again.
If you don't want to be jailed, release him. That's what the minority leader has said.
They should come to power and jail everybody.
It's a threat. Do you know that's a threat?
They should come to power and jail everybody. They should come to power and jail everybody. What is this? So because if the person is a politician and he's gone to do all the wrong things, we shouldn't touch the person.
Because when you jail him, he becomes a political prisoner.
They should come free Wontumi and jail everybody. I mean, as simple as that.
Let's
When the person was engaged in illegality, as a party, you didn't see that you would have to stop him. In fact, you gave him the free will to continue. Now you are here disturbing when are they going again? Because they can't go and visit him once and will end it all. They must go every week. Every 2 weeks, they must go. Yes. And that apology, he says that, please, Wontumi was not jailed because he insulted your mama and the wife.
No.
So that apology that he is begging your mama for insulting him and all that, where is it coming from? The man was not jailed for insults. He wasn't.
Well, I'll be. Alaji Nusa was saying he's former minister for lands and natural resources. Alaji also